What I want you to do now is to, Kalimai, please. So what I want you to do is just, if you're three, find the fourth person, but please don't be in an odd number. So we are going to teach you a very interesting activity, and just hold hands with your partner beside you. Yeah. If somebody is all alone, our volunteers will hold your hand. Just raise your hand. Volunteers, be ready. Koi khali dikhega to you'll hold their hands like this. Did you find one? Did everybody find one? All right. So this is called as the thumb fight. What is it called? Thumb fight. So ye thumb dikh raha hai? All of you are having their thumbs? Nobody is like Hrithik Roshan, right? उसको 6 है, उसके लिए बोल. All of you have thumbs, right? So thumb fight is very simple. What you have to do is you have to pin your friend down. You will get 1 point. And the other way also. But when you do that, you should count how much is the score. Okay. You are getting only 20 seconds to do this. Is it clear? Instruction clear? Start. Thank you so much. Stop. Time's up. Now you tell me how much is the count. Okay, tell me what is the highest number you saw? Anybody who got 30? 20? 20? Right. 10? 5? Acha, who got 0? So, the invitation was it a competition? Was it a competition or not? Healthy competition. All right. So, it is all about how you envision your perspective. So, if you think it was, so how many of you are still feeling that pain के सामने वाले ने बहुत ज़्यादा ज़ोर से thumb को दबा दिया? So, you know, this is exactly what happens in office when, and this is the reason how you get burnouts. So, you are just pressing the thumb. You don't realize what pressure you are applying to press that thumb. And the focus is on competitive spirit so much that you may even break that thumb. And that is the reason why you'll have all these mega issues of burnouts and resignations and whatnot. But it all stems from the reality of not checking out others. So it is a very constant effort which you need to put in to check out others. And more so this happens with newer managers who become managers for the first time. And those people who try to just step into the world of corporate life and they just can't understand how the functionality or how the corporate logics work. And we all have been part of it, especially the seniors who are there in PSF and all of us whoever has done professional life for more than 5 years or 10 years. You tend to walk that path. So you tend to walk that path of being there and walking that path and understanding how important it is to maintain that equilibrium between yourself, your boss, or if you are a leader, between yourself and your one down reportee. Now, time immemorial, throughout the history we have seen that there has no person on earth who has progressed himself and become a leader by himself. There has always been somebody who will hold your hand and who will guide you. I'll again go back to my daughter who is 4 years old, and while she walks, she still tends to hold my finger. And she'll continue to do that because she sees me as a mentor. So on that note, I would like to launch this wonderful program under CPDP's larger umbrella, which is called as the Mentor-Mentee program. So if you read history, you would find whether you're seeing Krishna or you're seeing Moses and Khizr or you're seeing you are seeing Judah and his students, you will always find that there is a master and there is a student. And in different parts of your life, you will find different masters who will help you through this journey of different levels. So now I am the master for my 4-year-old because I'm teaching her how to walk. In a couple of years, the master might become her mom, who will teach her how to dress up. Later on in life, you'll find teachers, you'll find gurus. But we feel like, as professionals, we feel there is a gap which needs to be filled. And that gap comes when you transit from college and you enter professional life. And that's where students are lost, and that's where we want to step in. But the gap continues even after landing your first job. And it actually widens, because now you get into a profession and the people you know in your network will be very less. So to bridge that, we are going to launch a mentor-mentee program. So the mentor-mentee program is designed in such a way that for those people who are currently employed and currently are in a profession, but they are looking out for mentors to lead them into their next journey. For instance, if somebody is in supply chain, you are at a beginning level of supply chain and you don't know what to do. In the last session, we had inaugurated the CPDP program where Muaz Bhai had introduced that once you get your first job, you get into that slow pace ki haan, now I got the first job, abhi kya hai, abhi chalega aise. And then you realize that others are getting promoted, others are moving faster the ladder in the corporate world, and you're still slacking. How do you bridge that gap? Then you realize, अरे मेरे को कोई गाइड नहीं करे थे, हमारे सर पे किसी का हाथ नहीं है, तो ये प्रोग्राम आपको वही देगा. तो सर पे तो हाथ नहीं देगा, but हम साथ चलेंगे आपके. So this program is designed in such a way that you can tell us in which phase or which journey of corporate life you're walking, and based on that, if our database permits, and we will assign a mentor to you, and that mentor will walk the path along with you in your journey. And we have very successfully done this for quite some time now, especially with youngsters who are looking out for their first jobs, or who have just graduated and wanted to step into the corporate life, with various other programs which we parallelly run for Skill Academy and all those things. But now with this program, we are also looking at mid-career. So those people who have spent 3 years, 5 years, 6 years in the career, and they still kind of need mentorship from senior people who have taken that journey. They know, they have been there, done that. So those people are going to guide us and do this. So a mentor is the same thing. It's just a definition of why we run this program. Can I have the next slide? So yeah. So a mentor is the one who nourishes, and the mentee is the one who gets nourished, and he will help him blossom into the field whichever he chooses. So we have ample number of mentors in the corporate world, especially in the IT side. But we are also looking for both mentors and mentees. So whether you are a mentor or you become an eligible for a mentor or a mentee, both of the people are invited for this. Can I have the next slide? So what does mentoring do? Mentor is like that guru which you search, and as the famous saying goes that when the student is ready, the master appears. So if you are ready and you just need to fill in a form, and your master will come and he'll help you motivate, give you advice, give you direction as to where your path should go. He will coach you, he'll support you, he'll do the goal setting. He may impart training, or he may advise you to get trained into a better place. So that's how this whole journey of a mentor and a mentee is planned out for. Can I have the next slide? Yeah. So I'm going to share a couple of success stories. Now this gentleman on the screen whom you see, one slide back. Yeah, is Sadanand. Now Sadanand, a couple of years back, had come to us from a very small town in Andhra, and he was very depressed, and he was working as a lab technician or something in a very small degree college, and he got into touch with one of our mentors, Nadeem, whom you will shortly see for the next program of ours, and he just came, and Nadeem was kind enough to get him, host him, get a room for him, get him trained into a certification program, counseled him to get basic English in place. And at the end of the day, Sadanand actually found a job in SIFI Technologies, and now he's taking flights to Delhi, Bombay, and he's traveling locally within the country, and he's very happy. Now the biggest change is not that he got the job. The biggest change which we brought in his life was that he was completely depressed, and he was at the point of breaking up. From that position, after getting this whole process done, today he has his own Instagram handle which has hundreds of followers, and he puts up all his travel history, and that's the life change which has got. You know, sometimes that one person is required, and it is not that he may speak to you daily also. Even if he speaks to you twice in a month or 2 times in a year also, that mentor will change your life, and he will change your lifestyle. So you need to find that one person. Can I have the next slide? Now, this is another success story of Safia, and she's a mother of 2. And she came, and she was in a state where she said, you know what, I want to find a job, and how will I get a job? I have 2 children, how should I skill up, and what should I do? And with the mentor program, we got her enrolled into a basic language skill program, and she ended up getting a job in IT service desk. And the best part is, the journey is not stopped for her. From being a mentee, now she's a mentor. Now she herself is in a position, and she is guiding a couple of 2-3 more girls and women who are having a similar journey of having kids and yet trying to reboot their professional career. Sometimes women are in a very strange place. They get educated, they are sometimes more educated than men out here, but you know, the gaps between due to their maternities and weddings, and then it's very difficult to restart the career. So this is also a place where we are working. I would take another 2 minutes, and I would like to invite Ubaid, who is AVP for Locus IT Solutions, to share 2 words with me. Please give a round of applause for Ubaid. So I just wanted to ask Ubaid that as a mentor yourself, till now how many lives have you touched?
We actually do a career path planning for students and freshers, as well as people who are into mid-career crisis. And after COVID, in the last 2 years, we were able to support around 250 candidates.
Wow, that's an amazing number, amazing number. So, so how does this work? How does one get in touch with you, and do you do the programs yourself, or do you guide them? So what is the role of a mentor, if I would ask?
Exactly. Yeah. If you can give me just 5 minutes, I would like to explain the entire process. Actually, I would like to start with a small moral story, so that we would be able to understand it in a better way. So there was a farmer who grew award-winning very quality corns in his farm. Each year he puts his corn in his state-run competition in his village. And this farmer used to win a lot of prizes because of the quality of his corn. So one day a news reporter happens to conduct his interview. So this news reporter asked him, "Sir, how did you actually manage to grow such a quality corn in your farm? What is the reason behind it?" So this farmer actually gave a very astonishing answer. He said, "I share my quality seed corns with my neighbor farmers, with my neighbors." So this reporter was astonished. He asked him, "Sir, how can you share the quality seeds, your quality seeds with your neighbor farmers who are also entering the competition with you?" So now he actually gives a very good phenomena over here. The farmer says, explains the process of cross-pollination. What happens in cross-pollination? Basically, the wind picks up the pollen grains from the ripening corn and it swirls it across the field. So if my fellow farmers, if my neighbors don't grow quality corn in their farms, eventually with the process of cross-pollination, it would affect my corn as well. So basically, the farmer is trying to address a very important point here. If I want to live in peace and harmony, I should make sure that people around me live in peace and harmony. If I want to live well, people around me should also live well. Because success cannot be achieved in isolation. It is most often a collective and participatory process. So I just wanted to give this message, a moral message. So now I come to the process. Basically, this particular program, what we run, is a 10-day training program where we counsel students who are freshers as well as people who are into mid-career crisis. At the same time, the final year students of graduation. So what's happening is basically in the engineering and whatever field of interest you actually complete your studies, they basically don't teach you how to give interview and basically the basic communication skills. So we run a 10 days program where we have made an SOP, standard operating procedure. Right from registering into this program till you get the job, we have an SOP, standard operating procedure. So there we give them coaching. We try to make them. We try to overcome the stage fear. We also try to give good communication skills to them. At the same time, we also try to make sure that when they go to interview, right? After completing this 10 days training program, they are able to go knock the door of any multinational company and give the interview. So based on this particular program, we were able to train around 250 candidates in this 2-year span of time. And 500 candidates, 500 to 600 candidates we trained, and almost 250 candidates got the opportunities in the multinational companies like Amazon, Tech Mahindra, Accenture, and ADP, and you name it, all the multinational companies.
Thank you so much, Ubaid. That was wonderful hearing from you. Last question is, do you think anybody could become a mentor?
It's a very important question, actually. So to do the mentorship process is actually, it's a very time-consuming process, basically. First of all, you need to understand the personality you're talking to, right? Your mentee, basically. So it takes a lot of one-on-ones, lot of discussions, and the most important thing is you need to gain the trust of the person you're interacting with. That's very important. Unless and until, when he knows that, he's got the trust in you, that's when he's going to share all the details, what he is going through in his personal life, in his professional life. So trust is very important over there. So that only happens when you have a lot of interactions with him. It's not just a collective process that you're giving the training to collectively to the candidates, but at the same time you have to sit with them. Sometimes it takes 1 month to set a career for someone. Sometimes it takes 1 year. So you need to be with the candidate for all along, all through till he gets the opportunity.
Thank you so much, Ubaid. It was wonderful chatting up with you. Big round of applause for Ubaid and the team. So before I close the small presentation, can I have the next slide? Yeah. So this is a small QR code. If somebody wants to become a mentor or somebody wants to become a mentee, my invitation is to take the photograph of this or get the number or email ID for this, and please pass it around. Please share it, magnify it as far as possible, because this is something which we are looking out for. My invitation also extends that, how many of you are on Instagram? Yeah, wonderful. So, photo sabne le liya? So please take that photograph and post it in your Instagram handle, so that maybe your friends, your colleagues who are not there today in this hall, for whatever reasons, please share it across, because this can change somebody's life, and it can change definitely your life if you want to become a mentor or a mentee, because both the journeys of being a mentor and being a mentee, I have walked both the journeys. I'm still walking the journey, and every day it's a learning if you're a mentor also and if you're a mentee also. And there is also a misconception before I step out of the stage, is that it is not like that if you become a mentor that you can never become a mentee. You can be both, and you have to be both, rather, I should put it that way. Okay, the journeys are different. So today somebody is my mentor, tomorrow I may find another mentor, and I may become a mentee. So it is not that कि अरे मैं अब 35 years का हो गया, अब मेरे को किसी की ज़रूरत नहीं है, मैं खुद ही चलूँगा, ऐसा नहीं होता है. So and that's how people come into that rut of midlife crisis, because they think that they know it all. So the day you realize that you know it all, and that day you're stuck and you're slacked out, without a life support behind you. So thank you, and have a great day.